Give it up for Mike Jacobs, everybody.
What's up, New York? Yeah, what a crowd. Anyways, I recently bumped into a kid I went to kindergarten with. And I know, it was very fucking awkward. Hey, what do you say to somebody you haven't seen in 50 years? Hey, you still like purple? Anyway, I recently got old, and I got to tell you, it happens in an instant. I went from wanting to bang Rachel Ray. It's disturbing to me too, believe me. To looking at her saying, you know what, the lady's got a pretty good recipe for date nut bread. Yeah, nothing's the same when you get old. I'm watching porn here. Anybody here watch porn? One guy, okay. So what you've got here are two people that are supporting a $13 fucking trillion industry. Anybody here have the internet? Yeah, then you watch fucking porn. I'm watching a pizza delivery man. Now he's shaking his head, he recognizes the book. I'm watching a pizza delivery man bang two women on a pool table. You seen it? PSA announcement, if there's a pool table in the kitchen, it's boring. You want to know how old I am? I'm screaming at the TV, the felt! Somebody's gonna wreck the felt! And the pizza's getting cold! I recently went for a physical, and of course when you get to be my age, the first thing the guy wants to do is give me Viagra. He said it'll give you quality erections. I said, bro, at my age, every erection is quality. You want to earn your keep? Help me find some quality places to put them. Just resonated right to the back there. Yeah, I don't date much anymore, mostly because I'm married. I actually recently celebrated 30 years of marriage. You'd never clap at something like that in a comedy show. Actually, it's not 30 years consecutive. It's like cumulative. And I have a short shelf life as a husband. I just don't do well. I don't do well. I'm not into that married sex. Are you married, sir? Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, I don't do well. You know that married sex? It gets old. It's like ordering a Civil War chess set by mail. Remember, you get a piece, what, every 4 to 6 weeks? And in the end, you got to pay the freight anyways. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, yeah. I just don't do good. My first wife was an interesting lady. She had a lazy eye. And, who the hell's laughing at that? It was always interesting to take her out to dinner. She'd look at the menu, she'd say, I think I'll have a number 7. Holy shit, look who just walked in. I'm gonna let that one sink in for a while. It's a funny fucking joke. Yeah, I don't know. My second wife used to come to bed with cold cream on her face. She said, it's wonderful for my skin. I said, terrific. I feel like I'm fucking a mime. But I think if I did date nowadays, I think I'd like to date a woman with a tattoo. Anybody have tattoos here? Any women? You do. You don't look like the tattoo type. What do you got? And your wrist. What does it say? I saw a woman walk in here. I swear to God, it said Toyota over here. You shit in here? See, I look at it this way. I think there's something very sexy about that fleeting moment of bad choices. I mean, let's face it. If you're willing to put a small Chinese letter on your boob for the rest of your life, you may be open to having a small Jew on you for 2 to 3 minutes. I'm the small Jew. Oh boy. I am so goddamn glad this heat wave is over. Am I right? I could not get fucking. I did everything. I started eating my meals naked. It worked. I know, it's disturbing to me too, but it worked. I gotta tell you, I'm not so sure the people at Applebee's were real thrilled about it. I'm an interesting set of parents. You ever look at your parents and wonder what attracted them to one another? And my father was not that smart. My mother really wasn't that good looking. But yeah, look at the product they produced. Some guy doing comedy on a fucking Monday night. And my father was the biggest, hairiest, half Polak, half Russian you ever saw. He was one of 7 brothers, all big, hairy guys. I was 13 before I realized 3 of them were sisters. I mean, he was not a successful guy. He did his best to support us. I offered to help. I tried to get a paper and he wouldn't give it up. You're gonna loosen up if I have to fucking come out there and strangle every one of you. My mother was a hoarder before it was fashionable. She had 3 garbage bags of elastic bands in the kitchen. I said, "Ma, what are you doing?" She said, "You never know." I said, "You never know what, when the Tappan Zee Bridge needs to be restrung?" But she did have a passion in life, though. She loved reading the obituary column and waking me up every morning. "Guess who died?" I said, "Holy shit, Ma, who died?" She'd say, "You know, Dad?" I said, "The paper boy?" She'd say, "No, his boss's neighbor's uncle's next door neighbor's cousin." "Holy shit, you think we're gonna have school tomorrow?" Anyways, I tease them a lot, but they gave me good advice. They said, "Don't go out for any sports. You're too short and thin." And then they wondered why dead animals started showing up in the neighborhood. The edgy part of the show. Anyways, my mother said, "You know what? You're built just like your Uncle Meyer, and that man could knit." I said, "I'm 12 years old. You want me to knit? Why don't I just go up to the high school and blow the whole football team?" But everybody always tried to fix me up with girls. They said, "We've got the perfect girl for you. She's the female Mike Jacobs." I said, "I'm 100 pounds, built like a Pez dispenser, and I knit. I am the fucking female Mike Jacobs." Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Mrs. and Mrs. Mike Jacobs, everybody.